I just rewatched UFC Shanghai, watched the whole invite over, and first of all, it was a solid event. But oh my goodness, I was so disappointed in some of the people that fought on this card. Fuck, man. I stayed up last night watching some of the prelims, mainly because I have money on Michel Pereira, as y'all know, and he gets brutally chinned in 30 seconds by Kyle Dawkins. How does that even happen? I was so angry. I immediately took to Twitter and I was like, this guy is a bum. He's never gonna do anything in his career. And I'm right. Okay? He has no chin, no cardio, no striking, no grappling, no heart, no nothing. He got nothing. You're fucking done. You're just done. You're nothing, bruh. How are you getting finished by Kyle Dawkins in round one? How bad do you gotta be for that? It's his fucking chin bounced off the canvas. That was such an angering thing to see. I was like, what the fuck? But aside from that, the prelims were really solid. Bangers on bangers. A lot of the Chinese fighters showed up and was like, yeah, I'm here. I gotta make a scene and really just prove myself to my fans. Like Yija fucking smoked Weston Wilson. Like literally came out as soon as the fight started. 10 seconds passed and he's already landed a big fucking left hand on the chin of Weston Wilson. And Weston Wilson just stands there like, come on, bro. Hit me again. Just just hit me again. I can block it. I'm gonna block it again with my face, man. And Ija was just like, oh, that's kind of weird, but I'm just chin you now. And he landed like two more. And then he hurt Weston Wilson with a big punch and then did like a little flurry against the cage and finished him. And yeah, that was it. I mean, that was kind of exciting. I was like, ooh, let's go. And then Michel Pereira ruined it for me. Fuck you, Michel Pereira. You're a fucking bum. Fucking suck. How are you gonna do this shit? Um, and Charles Johnson, man, come on. I was watching this. I was like, whoa. And listen, I know I picked Lonin Kavanaugh. I did pick him, but like, damn, bro, how are you gonna slow down in the second round like that? Like that was just kind of like, oh, like, and it wasn't even like he got super tired. It was more like he got hit, and then it was like, oh, let me chill here. And then Charles Johnson was like, oh, you want to do that? Here's another combination to your face. And like starting the second round, he was looking kind of good. It wasn't anything like the first round where he was just speed mocking Charles Johnson, landing combos, powerful combos that was like landing on Johnson and it was stunning him slightly, but Johnson was just like, "Oh, I eat those." Um, Baloney he does look a little small compared to Charles Johnson, and when it came down to it, he couldn't grit down and fight back. That's the issue. It's not that you get tired and you're like, "Oh, I need a break." It's that you stop fighting back. You stop giving your opponents things to worry about, and he did that. And Charles Johnson was just able to land more combinations, pressure him back against the fence, and Loney was he was kind of just okay with standing next to the fence, and that's when I knew I was like, okay, it's over. He's gonna lose by decision. But Charles Johnson comes out, swings as Loney is exiting the pocket at the end of a like exchange. Charles swings a big right hook, catches him on the chin, puts him out cold, and fucking flattens him. Takes his undefeated record. Yeah, man, Charles Johnson is really just a Michael Johnson of this division. He's so weird. He's so good when he shows up, like with his switching stances, chopping low, hitting with the teep kick to the body. But sometimes he'll lose to fucking Ode Osborne. So yeah, big ups Charles Johnson. Loney was able to get some takedowns in a second. And I was like, oh, hold on now. But it looked like it barely like it just annoyed Johnson because he just immediately got it back up. So he deserves a top 15 opponent, and pretty excited to see him. Hopefully he doesn't lose to some bum. Yeah, man. And we're just gonna move on to over here, Sergey Pavlovich. Listen, I thought, I thought that Sergey was gonna have a little bit of confidence because you're literally standing across this fucking abomination of a man. You're fighting Waldo Cortez Acosta. Go out there and chin him, please. But he's just so scared. He's so timid. It's like he's afraid that Waldo might like spit a little bit as Sergey is charging in, and he's just afraid of getting chinned. He has no confidence, and It's just sad. He's able to win, but like, damn, bro, you really let Tom Aspinall do you like that? Like, are you good, bro? Like, you might need a sports psychologist, gang. Like, you're getting fucking terrified out there, and like, it's not gonna be good. Like, if he rematches some of these other guys, like a Derek Lewis, like, I don't know if he'll win that. But yeah, man, at least he won. Moving on, Aljamain Sterling. This was kind of, it wasn't the most exciting, engaging performance, but Aljo won dominantly. He just kind of like moved his entire body into a jab. He would just jab, and then Ortega would just be there and eat the jab, and then Aljo would kind of shift his weight to his front foot and then throw another jab, and then Ortega will kind of just be there again, and then Aljo will probably do the little squattish stance he does, and then hit a little left hook to the leg, and that was the entire fight. Like, against that version of Ortega, come on, bro, you got to do better. You gotta finish him or dominate him. But yeah, I don't know what Ortega's doing with his career. Maybe he needs to, sharpen his beak again. He might need to do a little rebirth, hit the mountains. I don't know, but like, stop doing whatever you're doing right now and change things up, Ortega. Like, it's really sad to see. Aljo calls out Volk. I know that fight, he was campaigning for the fight when he was a champ, but nobody cared then. Nobody cares now. Evloev is ahead of you, bro. John Silva will be ahead of you, and Lerone Murphy is ahead of you. So you got to get another win. Maybe like a Yair fight. A Yair fight might be actually intriguing for me. Like, both guys kind of shit, kind of like a not in the S tier of the division and the A tier of the division, kind of well-rounded a little bit, but have their own specialties. That's a cool style matchup I want to see. Moving on to the main event. This was my biggest disappointment, bro. Not that he got leg kick TKO'd itself, it's how he reacted. Let me show you this footage, right? Let me show you. It's on Unbiased Box 2 on Twitter. Shout out to you. He eats a low kick here, and obviously he's hurt, right? He's hurt. You can see him buckle. Look at that. And then Johnny Walker loads up another leg kick, and look what he does. He falls. He starts just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just go to the ground now. As fucking Johnny Walker's running up, doing the fucking low, like the run up soccer kick. He's like, I am not taking that full force. I'm gonna just duck down. That's quitting. That is quitting to me. He quit here. And he falls to the ground. Obviously, his leg is hurt. People are saying it's a perennial nerve kick, but that's not how perennial nerve kicks go. Like, perennial nerve kicks freezes your nerve and you aren't in control. You don't, like, this was a clear, like, oh shit, that hurt a lot. Maybe he's never taken a low kick in his entire life. Don't know what he's doing. It was a 19-7 record. Never, ever taken a leg kick ever. And look at him here. Just completely absorbing the spirit of Anthony Smith. Just crawling for his life, taking crazy bad shots from Johnny Walker. Almost gets up by grabbing the fence. He should have done it. They would have let him do it. But right here, the fucking spirit of Anthony Smith comes out of whatever bar in Nebraska he's at and just fucking floats out, enters Zhang Mingyang's body, and he hits he's attempting the armadillo guard here. He gets it here. The armadillo guard is in effect, eating big shots, folds over, and he's trying to defend himself here, but like, do something, man. He employs the armadillo guard yet again, and Bisping knows what's going on. He's done the podcast with Anthony Smith. He gets hyped. Just listen to that again. Oh shit, hold on. Bisping's like, oh shit, he's doing the armadillo guard. He's doing it. And Johnny Walker's like, I feel like I've seen this before. He's a little confused. He's like, wait a minute, this isn't Anthony Smith. He's like, I'm gonna just punch him. And Anthony Smith really resonated with this position. Holy shit. This is a main event in the UFC in a big 2025, by the way. Look, just look at that. What is going on here? And this is him quitting. This is quitting. He quit here. He's like, please stop the fight. I got nothing left. And Mark Goddard standing there like, do something, buddy. This is your hometown, bro. They're all here to watch you. And rolls to his back, and he just gets finished. And he curls up in a ball as well. That is quitting. He quit in that fight. He got hurt, and he was like, I'm going to just go to the ground and get finished. That's fine. And that's something that you can't really train, man. If you have that in you, you're always going to have that in you. And that's kind of, like, that's kind of the mindset of somebody who's lost a bunch of times before. So that kind of makes me feel like Zhang Mingyang is not going to do anything in his career. Like, you're quitting against Johnny Walker? Really? You're getting leg kick TKO'd by Johnny Walker? Like, if you're getting leg kick TKO'd by Rockage, okay, fine, sure. But Johnny Walker is leg kick TKOing you, my friend? Yeah, you're not the pride of China, little bruh. Quite disappointing. The entire crowd went silent, and yeah, man, that was just buns. But yeah, that's kind of my recap of UFC Shanghai. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, follow me on X. Catch you out the next one, man. Peace out.